Hello, good day. My name is Victor. Welcome to our biology class. Today we'll be talking about nephron. Don't forget that we have some organs that help to regulate our internal environment. We have some organs that help to regulate our internal environment. Example of these organs are: number one, we have kidney. Number two, we have liver. Number three, we have skin. We also have substances like hormones. All these helps to regulate our internal environment. So we're talking about kidney. The kidney happens to be a pair of organ that is located in the abdominal cavity of human body, and the functions of the kidney is to filter the blood, to remove excess urea from the body and then pass it out through urine. So inside the kidney there are tiny tubules, tiny cells, which is the functional unit of the kidney that does this work. These functional units are called uriniferous tubules, or we call them simply nephron. Meanwhile, don't forget that nephronology is a branch of medicine that involves the study of kidney. And let's take a look at a nephron. This is how a typical nephron or uriniferous tubules look like. Don't forget, I said these nephron are found where inside the kidney, and we have more than a millions of nephrons that are packed inside the kidney, and the function of this nephron is to filter the blood, to make sure it is clean, to remove waste like urea, excess water and salt. So once the renal artery that comes directly from the outer renal artery carries oxygenated blood and waste products into the kidney. So we see the renal artery will branch into a renal arterioles, and immediately the renal arterioles enter this cup-shaped structure, which is called Bowman's capsule. This cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. So the renal arteriole enter this cup-shaped structure and then divide into a tiny network of capillaries, which is known as glomerulus. This network of capillaries inside this cup-shaped structure and the Bowman's capsule together are called Mappingian corpuscles. Please take note of this name, Mappingian corpuscles. So if I say glomerulus, I'm referring to the network of capillaries inside the Bowman's capsule. Both the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule are called Mappingian corpuscles. Then we see the capillary moving out of the Bowman's capsule and then surround the nephron and then join together again to form a renal venule and then attach to form a renal vein, which brings dark red deoxygenated blood back. This carries dark red deoxygenated blood away from the kidney. Now let's take a look at it. Once blood is coming directly from the renal artery and then enters the renal arteriole into the glomerulus, what happens is ultrafiltration. There are three processes of urine formation. Number one, ultrafiltration. Number two, selective reabsorption. Number three, tubular secretion. The first process is ultrafiltration. So once blood enters this Bowman's capsule or glomerulus, there is filtration that takes place. In fact, there are two major factors that are responsible for the ultrafiltration that take place inside the Bowman's capsule. Number one, the blood entering the Bowman's capsule inside this glomerulus is at high pressure. Don't forget, I said the renal artery is impinged directly from the dorsal aorta. As a result of that, the blood entering is at high pressure and the blood is pumping at high pressure. As a result of that, it causes more substances inside the blood, except red blood cells, more substances, more salt, to pass through the one cell capillary wall thick and then diffuse straight into the Bowman's capsular space. Don't forget, most proteins, glucose, mineral salts, they all pass through the one cell thick wall and move into the capsular space. So why? Because the blood entering is at high pressure. Another factor that is also responsible for ultrafiltration is that the blood vessels that is leaving the glomerulus is narrower than the one entering it. What that means is as if this blood vessel leaving this glomerulus is very thin, while the one entering is somehow big a little. As a result of that, it causes a lot of pressure to build up inside the bowel capsule, causing more substance to diffuse into the capsular space. That's the first process, which is ultrafiltration. As we can see, this is the capillary network of capillaries that surrounds the nephron, the network of capillaries that surrounds the nephron. And then we see that once the substances are inside this capsular space, they move into a tubule here, which is called proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubules. Proximal convoluted tubules. And after this, we see the nutrients, we see the substances, they move down through this tube here, which is called Hen's loop, or you see it as loop of air. Hen's loop. At Hen's loop, selective reabsorptions occur. There are still some useful substances that are found here that have to be reabsorbed back into the blood inside this capillary. So that's why we have selective what? Selective reabsorption. And if by any means there is insufficient water in the blood here, most of the hormones like ADH, antidiuretic hormone, and then aldosterone, they enact their effect at Hen's loop and at the distal convoluted tubules in order to cause reabsorption of nutrients, of water, of salt back into the blood in the capillary. So at Hen's loop, majorly we have reabsorption of water from this Hen's loop back into the blood inside the capillaries. After that, we have the substances, they move, and then by the time they get to this place, we have tubular secretion. That means we have most of this vessel here, they are joining their content together and then pouring it straight into the apice of pyramid. Please don't forget that everything here that we have here, they are poured where? Inside the cortex. If we draw, we're still going to go back in our next video, we are going to talk about that one. We are going to draw the transverse section of a kidney. Then we are going to show where this place, where this this upper part are found. Is it the cortex or is found inside the medulla? And then we'll talk about that one. Please don't forget, today we are majorly talking about nephron. We talked about the process of information, ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption, and tubular secretion. And we said as tubular secretion, their content are poured into the surface of pyramid, and then they drip down into the ureter, from the ureter straight to the bladder, which is the urinary bladder, and then from the urinary bladder, the urine is released out of the body system. Remember, we'll call this distal convoluted tubules. Distal convoluted tubules. And then we said there are also two factors that are responsible for what? Ultrafiltration. Number one, the blood entering is at high pressure. Number two, the blood vessels leaving is narrower than the one entering it. Thank you very much. Do well to subscribe to our video, and then we'll be dropping videos concerning art. We'll be dropping video concerning the anatomy and the physiology of plants. Don't forget to subscribe and then drop a comment. If you have any question, please, we'll be expecting that. Thank you very much.